Sweet chili games.
Sweet chili games.
Sweet chili games.
What's up, boys? Welcome to the video. Oh my god, it's such a banger. I did 10 gobby caves and I got 14,000 plus gold. I'm averaging like 1,000 gold a gobby caves at the moment. I've got some sweet ass tips and tricks and I'm keen as to take you over them all. So how did I do it? How do I have such good gear in such empty lobbies? Well, that's a good question. With wipe coming up, all you boys should have all your characters as wanderers. I actually did this in trios, and so now I have all these characters with like pretty good loot, and they're just like neophytes. They're beyond nothing in solos. So I'm just able to bring this gear in and just run through these lobbies.
Filthy.
If only it was 3 true, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
At the very end of the video, I'm just going to show a stream of all of the loot that I got. But as you can see here, through these little clips, this is basically one game after another. I'm just going game 1, game 2, game 3, all in one session. I don't even die. It's crazy, eh? Look at this. Okay, well, while this little clip is playing, let's have a look at the map and some of the paths I like to take and really your hub. And this here, this is what I'm calling the hub room. This room here is ideal because you have your static portal, you have a centipede just to your south, you have 2 centipedes on each side of the 4 squares, you have a centipede to your north, and you actually have your centipede underneath the goblin mage here as well. This room is the only room you are clearing. So what you want to do is you clear this room out and then you kill the centipede underneath. This is going to be your highway. Let's just sort of call it that. From here, you don't want to go into the 4 square room this way because this is a ramp. And you don't want to ever go to the top floor of the 4 square. It will just slow you down. What you can actually do is you can come up here, you can break a barrier, and you can find yourself underneath. And this is perfect because if your positioning is here, there's actually the centipede here and the centipede here, and you just got to kill 2 little goblins. But then next you want to clear up top, and then you want to come down here and you want to jump down underneath. At this point of time, you have 4 centipedes completed and it's been about 10 minutes. Now, you can, if you want, make your way to this room. But I haven't found a really good setup for that yet. So here we go. I found myself up in the north room. And I don't actually know that there's someone camping this room. I'm in the zone. And look at this. You'll see what happens. Ooh. Quick little 900 gold there. If the person was smart, who was camping this room, he would have jumped me right now when I had mobs on me. I don't know what he was waiting for. Oh my god, I hear a scream. I instantly pop sprint to maintain distance, crank my second wind. Let's get into it. Quick Franny. Most of you guys would loot here, but you don't know who else is lurking. You don't have second wind and you're half health. Reset after every fight before looting, boys. This guy was just pretty much straight up naked. I'm just dropping his gear on the floor to disrespect him. Bit of a battle in the circle, but I'm coming up to static, and let's get out of here. Holy shit! Oh! The spacing there, boys. You see that? And this cheeky ass rogue just turns up. See, you never know who's lurking around the corners, and I have to just leave that bard's loot on the ground. So there's a few clips of the centipede farming and the loot that I've got and some of the gold that I've made from it. Some PvP matches that I got into. But let's get into the real sticky, icky part of the video of how much gold I've actually made from each game. It's quite tricky to show because things didn't always sell straight away and it took a few days, so it's kind of all over the place. But I'm just going to run through the selling after each game, and I'm just going to start tallying it up and let's see where it gets us. I'm only going to tally up the jewelry, and I won't include any of the gear because it's really just the jewelry that you get from the centipedes. You get heaps of frannies, but I was just transferring them to my fighter. What a day to wake up here, boys. These sales here were when I woke up in the morning. I took all the items that didn't really sell and I just like dropped their prices and whatnot. Yeesh, look at this. It was around this point I was just getting so confused as to which jewelry was coming from which game. And as I'm editing this, it's just like, I'm just trying to make sure that there's no duplicates. But as you can see, it was just jewelry coming out my ass at this point. It was getting crazy, like, I was selling it as soon as I was listing it. I just stopped looking up the prices because I just had way too much coming in. I'd go off and play a game of trios, and then I'd come back and check my trades, and it was just like 1,000 gold every single time. The boys were waiting for me in trios here, so I didn't have enough time to clear any space. But that was honestly becoming my biggest problem. I just didn't have enough room on any of my characters for all of the gold bags that I was getting. I had to go into my main and start crafting coin pouches with my wolf pelts and things like that because it was just taking too long. There we go, boys. I made 13,000 gold in 10 games. I really enjoyed making this video and I hope you enjoyed watching it yourself. And I hope you actually use this strategy. If you earn a lot of gold, let me know. And it would mean the world to me if you would please like and subscribe. I'm really trying to build the channel.